What is good, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. I know you read the title, I know you saw the thumbnail, you're thinking, oh god, what happened now with the professional player rule set? And actually, I think you guys are going to be happy about the changes that were just made because it's not as strict anymore. There's a lot of new things you can use on weapons to make them either have more bullet velocity or a bunch of different stuff. I'm gonna go over like each of the attachments on the ARs, each of the attachments on the AK-74U and the other SMGs, and you guys can let me know what you guys think about all these new changes and if you're happy that these new things got added back into the pro player meta. So let me know, give it a thumbs up if you like it, and make sure to subscribe to the channel as well because we're gonna get right into this video. But without further ado, let me show you guys the new attachments that are now allowed back in the COD League. And let's start with the AK-74U. So let me go through it. You can use optics, any optic you want on this weapon. You're not allowed to use a muzzle, unfortunately. Still, I'm not allowed to use that muzzle, but this is interesting. You can use a barrel now. The only barrel you can't use is task force. So you can use extended, which I use personally. And I was also trying out the VDV reinforced and the Liberator barrel. I'm gonna do a breakdown on both of these barrels and give my honest opinions of them and what I think, but we'll do that in the private match later on. But you're allowed to use any of these barrels now. Of course, the Cavalry Lancer, you're not gonna use that for any vehicle damage. And the rifle, you can try it out for the effective damage range as well. I'm not sure how much that would actually help in game, like if it would take one less bullet, but I don't think it would be too necessary. And then you're able to use like a bunch of like all these foregrips. Personally, I still think Spetsnaz speed grip is the best. You can also switch up the handle, but I still think, in my opinion, GRU Elastigwrap is the best. And then skeletal stock is very important for the sprint to fire time, but you could try using like this Spetsnaz PKM stock for the shooting move speed, because that gives you more strafe, but it takes down your hipfire accuracy. Because with the old rules, there was like a class preset that you had to really follow, but they kind of took that preset away, so you're able to use other stuff on the guns now, like different barrels and stuff. So that's pretty cool. But I feel like the main things we will change, or we'll give it a try, is the VDV reinforced barrel and the Liberator barrel on the AK-74U. Of course, we still can't use a body, and we're not allowed to use the ammo mag on the SMGs. Let's do ARs real quick. And now when it comes to the ARs, I got the QBZ right here. We still have the same red dot. People are really debating if they want to use infantry comp or muzzle brake on this weapon. A lot of people, I think, have been siding with muzzle brake, so you might want to give that a try if you are an AR player. I'm not an AR player, so I don't really use this gun ever. I use it for like one play out of my team's whole playbook. But now you can use a different barrel. So you can use the takedown barrel, the reinforced heavy barrel, which effective damage and bullet velocity is really good, but you lose sprinting move speed. So it's like a tough trade-off. Or you can use ultralight if you want strafe speed, but Ranger still gives you that 100% bullet velocity, which is very helpful. And then here's another thing people are trying to use. Some people are using like speed grip on their ARs now, so they're a little bit faster when they're sprinting, and they still get that horizontal recoil control. You just don't get that vertical recoil control that field agent grip gives you. But if you're like a really fast AR player, kind of like a flex and in the mix a lot on smaller maps, honestly, the speed grip might not be a bad thing to use. So you guys should definitely check that out. What else? And then 40 round mag is still the default one. And then you could switch it up with the handle and try anything else out. But like I said, I still think airborne is the best, and then Raider stock is the best. So with the barrel, honestly, I kind of want to test out the damage range on the effective damage range with the takedown and the reinforce on this one to see just how good it is now. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. So we are here with the VDV reinforced barrel. It gives you effective damage range and bullet velocity. That's really good that you get that bullet velocity. The effective damage range will only come in at like medium to long ranges. So I don't know how worth it that actually is. If it made your gun stronger and gave you straight up damage, then I'd probably say it's worth it. But you lose sprinting move speed, so you're running around slower, and you lose aim walking movement speed when you're aiming in, strafing, and that's very, very important. So let's pull it out and let's test it. So first off, yeah, it's definitely a lot slower than the other AK-74U setup that I'm using right now. And it's very important to strafe like that when you're aiming down sights, because that's how you juke out other player shots while still keeping your aim centered on their body. So it's very, very important to be able to strafe like that. But the bullet velocity is really good because their bullets are literally just traveling faster. So that's a really big help. But I don't know if it's worth it to try and lose that strafing speed. Let's end that sprinting move speed, but let's switch over to the muzzle brake AK-74U, where you get bullet velocity, but you do not lose anything. There's no downsides to using this. And so first off, look at this. Look how fast my strafe is right now. I'm not losing any ADS speed. I'm able to just jump around, slide cancel, jump into a strafe and just start strafing again. Like, it's very important, and this is the main way SMGs win fights in this game, just strafing back and forth, dodging other people's bullets while keeping your aim on them. So I feel like having strafe speed is very, very important. So for me personally, the VDV reinforced doesn't fit the playstyle for how we need it. But let's switch it up again to the Liberator barrel, which gives you 100% bullet velocity and negative 25% aim walking movement speed. Oh yeah, like this right now, I don't know. Like, you see how much slower this is compared to the last one? Like, the other one I was going back and forth. This one I am stuck in the mud. It's tough to say, but you do get 100% bullet velocity. So that could be a very big help in this game and help you get so many more kills. But when you're fighting a real player who's actually strafing back and forth and it has a really good shot, I think the strafing is going to hurt you, even though that 100% bullet velocity helps you a little bit. I just think it's so important for SMGs to use it. But if it fits your playstyle and you want that extra bullet velocity or the extra effective damage range, because you're getting into a lot of medium range gunfights, give it a try. Let's go switch up the AR vibes and test out the new ARs. And now we have the QBZ with Field Agent Grip on. So you get that vertical recoil control. We're going to try a spray pattern with this, and then we're also going to try another one with the SFOD speed grip. You still get 15% horizontal recoil control, but with the Field Agent, you get 20% horizontal recoil control, and you get 6% vertical recoil control. So this will definitely be for the more post-up, pre-game ARs. Just be ready, because like, you want your gun to be a beam as much as possible. But if you are running around and that fits your playstyle, even though you use an AR, I would recommend giving the SFOD speed grip a try. Let's go see the recoil pattern for this though. Okay, I was not even holding down on my right analog stick, and that was very, extremely accurate. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, let me go switch my class real quick. On the way. Looking at downtown LA. We should spawn in kitchen again. Yes, sir. And let's go try it. This is with the SFOD speed grip. Let's see the recoil pattern. Okay, so it definitely jumped up a little bit more. As you see, like, it just went from there straight to there. Honestly though, the thing about that, of course you want better recoil, but sometimes when you're running around and you get shot and your gun flinches up, you might get a lucky headshot. And that's why it could be good to use a speed grip while you're running around, because your gun, you might just be shooting them in the body, they hit you once, it bounces up, hits them in the head, you get the headshot, you get the kill even easier. So that's not always consistent, but it does have the potential to happen. So you really want to decide between your playstyle if you're going to be a Field Agent grip player or a speed grip type player. So for this first test, we are using the Ranger barrel, which gives you bullet velocity, but it takes down your aim walking movement speed. For the second one, we'll be using the takedown barrel, which gives you effective damage range. So I want to see when that comes into play, how much it can help AR players if they're like sitting back at medium and long range. You lose sprinting move speed, but you still have a way higher strafe speed if you use a takedown barrel, and you get that damage range. It might be worth it, but let's find out. So this is with the what's it called? Oops, I forgot. Ranger barrel. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's with the Ranger. It actually is interesting because this barrel, you won't lose aim walking movement speed, so you're able to strafe a little bit faster with it. So that might be a factor instead of using the Ranger barrel. So use a takedown. All right, well, we got the takedown, got the effective damage range. Let's see, maybe it takes 4 bullets to kill. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's still 5. Yeah, it's hard to figure out when the effective damage range like comes into play. I don't know if it's worth it, but it actually is really good that you get that. Yeah, you don't lose any ADS speed. Like, so that's really good. Aim walking movement speed. That's actually really good for your strafe. I don't know though. It's gonna depend on what type of AR player you are. I would recommend using a Ranger if you're more in the mix. If you're sitting back a little bit and you are in the chances that you can't get that effective damage range, give the takedown a try. And then I don't think this barrel's allowed. The 15 CMV mil spec that gives you damage and strafe speed, I don't know if that's allowed, but it gives you more damage, so that could be really good. But with the new rule set, it just opens up the possibility to a lot more attachments being used in the COD League. So I think no one's gonna complain about that. The more stuff we can use, the more entertaining it will probably be. But if you guys made it to the end of the video, you're a real one. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one, and as always, my name's Attach, and I'm out. Peace.